But another interesting story, Gore Maker from South Sudan, the refugee, he is looking like he's under Olympic qualifying time, depends how he finishes. So some interesting subplots to go on there. And Jordan Chipengama, he's another would-be Olympic qualifier. We'll keep you up to date with, in fact, he's probably the best place out of all of them. He's on 2:16 pace. But the women's race, classic battle going on there. We'll see some pictures of that a little bit later, Benita.
Yeah, we're going to see some pictures for sure soon enough of that women's race. But Ethiopia versus Kenya, we're looking, you know, who knows? I mean, Kenyan women often win this race. So the Ethiopians always want to get up there for the win. We've got Kenya versus Japan in the men's race here. So we've just got a couple of brilliant countries, and we just can't wait to see the finish now of both these races and see this unfold.
So we are now probably a kilometre or less from the finish, and there is nothing separating these two. Kenneth Mungara, Yuki Kawichi, we could see a finishing straight two-way race between these two supreme athletes.
There's nothing separating them in. Just to see them both, they're just both going for it, and they're going their hardest. They've been going their hardest for now, probably the last 5K, and there's nothing more you can do now, and you've just got to really focus, and it is a battle of the minds now. Both guys are capable of the win, but it's who thinks they can win the most, and who really believes that they're going to get there first. And yeah, I mean, this may come down to the last 100, and yeah, it's looking like it.
It's hard to tell, and is the determining factor that old cliche about who wants it most, and that is in the head of the athletes. I mean, Kawichi's such a proud runner. He is so proud and such a long distinguished record. Mungara, he's just revelling in every moment of a twilight career and over 40 career. So it's hard to know who wants it most, but they're both certainly going hammer and tong. We are less than a kilometre to the finish. The crowd will come into play very soon, so the crowd will be going nuts for this sort of a finish.
Oh, the crowd's going to be so excited, and with like under 3 minutes of running to go, everyone's just going to be cheering for these guys. The crowd is fantastic in this last bit, and they're going to get a lot of energy from the crowd, and it's really going to help them pick up the pace as well. So we're going to see a really fast finish here.
If facial expressions are anything to go by, Mungara looks more composed. Kawichi looks distressed. But Kawichi looks as if he's trying to overtake Mungara, as if he's trying to break the race open before the finishing straight. Mungara probably looks a little more comfortable. Who would know? But we are seeing a classic race. Mungara, Kawichi. We are probably less than 100 metres from the finishing turn, so we'll turn off the Gold Coast Highway very shortly. Mungara looks composed, I have to say, Benita. He certainly looks as if he's relaxed and in less distress than Kawichi.
Oh, he does, Ian, and he's led for so long in this last bit as well. So, and Kawichi's always tried to come up on his shoulder a bit, but he just hasn't gone past. So mentally, that could break him. And we see now Kenneth is making a break coming around this corner.
Now we are turning. We are less than 300 metres from home. Kenneth Mungara, he has opened up a 5-metre gap on Yuki Kawichi. Kenneth Mungara, the defending champion from 2015. Yuki Kawichi is less than 10 metres behind. We're now into the finishing straight. Yuki Kawichi looks as if he's lost contact. The invisible rubber band just looks as if it's about to break. Kenneth Mungara, he would be the first defending champion to come back and go back-to-back for many a year here at Gold Coast. Kenneth Mungara, the 40-year-old from Kenya, from the famous Kalenjin tribe. Kenneth Mungara leading Yuki Kawichi. We're seeing one of the fastest, closest finishes we've ever seen here at the Gold Coast Marathon. We are now outside race record pace, but Kenneth Mungara is going to break. He's just outside 2:09. Mungara first, Kawichi second. Such a close finish.
Yeah, it's got to be only a second or less in it. Such a close finish. You don't see close finishes like that much in the marathon. What a run, though. What a run and what a break in that last 500 metres.
That is fantastic. Kenneth Mungara, 2:09.00. Yuki Kawichi, 2:09.02. Just 2 seconds separating them. They are unofficial times. We do not have a race record. We've got a bit spoiled here, as we've said, Benita, in the last couple of years. We've got a race record 2 years in a row. But Kenneth Mungara wins back-to-back, and we've got a classic race here for third on the podium finish. So it's the, is it the Algerian? Coming down the finishing line, Achami, Birhanu Achami. He has established a clear break on Milton Rotich. And we look like we're getting our third place getter here at the Gold Coast Airport Marathon. So El Hachami from Belgium, I'm sorry. We've got a classic race coming here. The Belgian El Abdul El Hachami is third. He has finished third, a real international flavour. 3 different countries in the top 3 finishes. He kisses the earth of the Gold Coast. And fourth right in behind him was the Ethiopian Birhanu Achami.